All right, so today I want to talk about Rajah Jackson, son of Rampage Jackson. Rajah is a kick streamer who was just arrested about 1 month after he brutally attacked a pro wrestler in the ring. Now, Rajah has just been arrested on felony assault charges. He's being held on a $50,000 bond. And like I said, this all comes roughly 1 month after he filmed and recorded and live streamed himself knocking out this professional wrestler named Psycho Stu. This all happened at an event that Rajah was not supposed to be a part of, but he was there. He was live streaming. There's some interactions between him and Psycho Stu. And then the next thing we know, he's jumping on top of Psycho Stu and punching him in the head 23 different times while Psycho Stu was unconscious. When this video first surfaced online, I was completely baffled as to what I was seeing. A lot of people were stunned by the behavior that Rajah displayed. And likewise, people were angry that he apparently was facing no repercussions for it. This was an absolutely uncalled for and brutal beatdown that happened during this stream. A guy eventually stepped in. That wrestler's name is Doug, or Douglas the Epic Malo, right? He stepped in, he stopped the attack. And according to reports, this beating that Rajah gave to Psycho Stu left him with dozens of lost teeth, laying on the mat, choking on his own blood, unconscious. Later, it was revealed that he had actually had brain swelling and spent the night in a medically induced coma because of what happened. Doug actually talked about this on a podcast that he did back on August 26th.
What actually happened to Stu? How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing. Stu's pretty fucked up. I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth? What condition is he in right now? Do you know?
From what I hear, he's having a hard time. He has no recollection of what happened.
He was in a coma overnight, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was induced.
Medically induced.
And he's lost all his teeth at this point, I heard?
Most of them, from what I hear.
He had brain swelling as of last night. It's gone down since then, and reports as of late have said that he's up and alive, but...
Yeah, it was pretty much a terrible situation all the way around. Now, Psycho Stu is actually a guy who is a U.S. military veteran. He joined this pro wrestling group called Knox Pro in California after he left the military as a way to deal with his PTSD. It was his way to make his re-entry into the civilian world easier, something that a lot of military veterans struggle with.
I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD, pro, in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military.
Obviously, Stu is a really good guy. He's fought for America. He's come out, he's got involved in this entertainment production, and he was building a name for himself, doing something that he really enjoyed doing. One flip through any of his social media, and you can see how dedicated he was to his craft. So what exactly went wrong that caused this whole situation to happen? Well, I'm gonna keep it real. There is an explanation for why this went down, although it's just not a very good explanation. So this entire thing went down back on August 23rd when Rajah went to this pro wrestling event to support one of his buddies, one of his friends, and a close sparring partner named AJ Mena.
Why you look like a stripper at a strip club?
Really, bro?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, why you wearing that, bro? You can't wear no long pants or something.
Right, so he goes to the show to support his friend. He shows up. His cowboy friend right here ends up leading him to a backstage area where a bunch of wrestlers are getting ready for the show that is about to happen. So to set the stage, keep in mind, because the show is about to start, a lot of these guys are already in costume. They are already in character. They don't know Rajah, but they know the cowboy that he's with. They see that he's being followed around by a camera, and so they assume that that this is all going to be part of the production. Keep that in mind as we continue forward in this story. Now, with everybody thinking that this must be part of the production, Stu, in character, gets in front of Raja's face for the camera, for theatrics. Raja asks where the other wrestlers are, and Stu responds to him with, "You don't need to worry about anybody else. You need to worry about Stu," okay?
Excuse me, bro. Excuse me. As Presidente, I fucking hate you. I hate this dude. Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no.
From this moment forward, things only go downhill because the next thing that we see happen is Psycho Stu grabs a beer can off of the table sitting beside him and then smashes it over Raja's head.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little.
Oh, you don't sell it?
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry about
Nah,
that.
I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know
No,
you will.
no.
We're good.
I will
Sorry
fuck
about
him
that.
up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
You can see in that clip, they tell him after he did it that Raja is not a part of the show. Raja's cowboy friend pulls him back. You can kind of see him telling Psycho Stu that, he's not part of the act. He's not in on the show. And you kind of see the reaction on Stu's face as he's hearing it, right? But at this point, it was kind of already too late. A side note here, Raja apparently had received a concussion just a few days prior to this during a sparring session or a training session that he was having because he also practices MMA. Apparently he had got a concussion a few days before this event. Now, it should be noted here that Raja said during his stream later on that this didn't even hurt when he was hit with this can, but he took it disrespectfully, which would lead to the events that we'll discuss here in just a second. But the reason why it didn't hurt is because the can that Psycho Stu used was a breakaway can, a fake can, a prop can, one that is meant to be used for these type of things. It's not intended to hurt. It's just made to look like that. Breakaway items are used all the time in tons of businesses that require some form of action for entertainment like this. Think of like action movies, right? A lot of the glass that you see, a lot of the chairs that you see people get hit with, those are breakaway items. They're meant to look like the real thing, but they just break instantly as soon as they impact with something. Either way, after this happened, relatively quickly, Stu apologized to Raja, said, "Look, bro, I'm sorry. I thought you were a worker because of the camera. I thought that we were supposed to be in character. I apologize." And Raja seemed to accept his apology.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah, as long as I can do that. Yeah.
It's all gonna work out.
All right, bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker.
I get it.
Okay, so up to this point, everything should be settled right there. But it wasn't. A part of the story I keep seeing a lot of people miss or leave out or exclude for one reason or another is that another wrestler that was there was actually the one who suggested that Raja be able to get into the ring to get quote unquote payback on Stu in front of the live audience.
You know what's a good thing about this? Now I can make it something. Because I'm going to have you run in and fuck that motherfucker up in the mat. You ready for that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Talk to the president.
Yeah. If you can do that for me, I'll be cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. Hell yeah.
I'm going to have him run in on your shit. In your match. We're working out. Well, he's going to come out on your match. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying, Os? We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your match so we could fucking seal the whole thing and it will make something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And after this idea is planted, things only get worse. See, Raja's friend AJ, the dude he is there to support, apparently had a problem with Stu prior to this entire thing happening. It's an important piece of context because the next thing that we see is AJ seemingly firing up Raja to get in the ring and get his get back against Stu. He tells Raja that he thinks what Stu did was uncalled for, and when he gets in the ring, he needs to give Stu his quote unquote receipt. And I believe that receipt means like payback in wrestling terms, right? Give him his receipt. Y'all look at it.
I thought it was part of it. I was in the swing.
No. What he thought was he was a pro.
I just said.
Yeah. Another thing is, even when we are working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's
what
I'm saying.
But he doesn't know him like that.
He don't. He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Tag his shit, bro.
As long as I get my lick back, I'm straight. I'm straight.
So at this point, Raja has been told multiple times to get in the ring, get his lick back. His homeboy AJ, who he was there to support, is green lighting him, telling him not to hold back, right? And from here, they actually go ringside. The show starts. And as the show progresses, Raja is getting progressively madder because the people in his chat are calling him a bitch. They're disappointed in the way that he handled the situation with Stu, saying that he should have did something, right? So he's feeling the pressure on his shoulder. This was intensified by the fact that his father, Rampage Jackson, a retired pro MMA fighter who also is a streamer on Kick, called Raja and basically humiliated him in front of thousands of people, poking fun at him and saying that he got beat up by guys wearing booty shorts.
Hey,
yo,
did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights, nigga?
You said what?
Did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights?
No.
I looked at your stream because my chat was going crazy. Then by the time I popped in your stream, you was hugging on the dude in some damn tights.
Man, shut up.
Man, you should. I looked at your stream, nigga. You was hugging on some dude, some booty shorts.
At this point, feeling humiliated by his father, being talked crazy to by his chat, Raja started looking for any and every reason to redeem himself. And so he started telling the chat that if somebody or anybody would gift him 50 subs, which is the equivalent of about $175, that he would get in the ring and knock Stu out.
How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. I don't know. I ain't really sub farming, but 50 subs, knock him out. Yeah, it can be 50 total. It don't have to be just 50 subs. It can be 50 total. That's what I meant.
And so with that, for the next hour to about an hour and a half, Raja does nothing but premeditate his attack live in front of the people watching his stream.
Yeah, they allowed me to hit him for real. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a I want him to. I'm dead serious, y'all. I'm really about to fuck him up. You guys did. They told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody who pulled me off of him will leave. I'm telling you. I'm gonna hit him as many times as I can. Watch.
Yeah, so what you just heard was Raja saying that he's going to get in there and he is going to hit Stu as many times as he can. And if nobody pulls him off, then he's not going to stop hitting him. With statements like that, it's safe to say that whatever came next could not simply be chalked up to just an accident, as we can clearly hear him saying that he is going to hit him for real. His aim is to knock him out and that he is not going to stop unless somebody pulls him off. It sure sounds like premeditation to me. The next thing we see is Raja running into the ring, grabbing a hold of Stu, lifting him up, body slamming him, getting on top of him, and delivering over 23 blows to his head after Stu was already unconscious. Now, Stu was already out cold after the body slam. The 23 punches were just additional damage. And when you watch it, it's very clear that Raja was not taking it easy. He was not throwing soft punches. He was absolutely brutalizing this guy. While Raja was doing this, nobody stepped in to stop him. The referee is right there in the ring. The referee did absolutely nothing to stop him until this guy, Doug, which we talked about earlier, decided to get in the ring and put a stop to the whole thing. It took 3 or 4 guys to get Raja under control. Meanwhile, some random guy jumps into the ring, pins Stu while he's unconscious, and the fucking referee counts him out. Insane stuff. Anyways, they eventually subdue Raja. They escort him out. And this is when we seen him yelling at the camera about how he's not a bitch. He's tired of people playing with his name and yada, yada, yada. All right, look at this shit.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody playing with me and think I'm always playing and call me bitch and no bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up for myself because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real.
Come on, man. We leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go. Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
I don't give a you guys trying to jump me.
Let's go.
You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro.
Let's go,
you can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro.
Roger, let's go.
You can't fuck with me.
Yeah, this dude was completely out of control, completely out of place, and 100% should not have been acting the way that he was acting. But it continued to get worse because the next thing that we seen was Raja actually receiving a phone call where he's told that Stu hasn't been woken up, they can't wake him up, and that he has flatlined in the ring. And this was his reaction.
Hello?
I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take it there.
I'll call you back later.
Bro just found out that he flatlined somebody in the ring, and his response was, "My bad. I'll call you back later." That's absolutely crazy, but clips of this obviously started to go viral. It was posted everywhere online. From here, people started calling for Raja to be arrested, which didn't happen, to everybody's surprise. Instead, he was allowed to remain free for over a month, and even his dad decided to defend him after he initially seen the clip of what happened and was able to see how bad the situation really was.
Let me see it. He broke his face. Hey, is he gonna get banned for it? That's really bad.
That's what Chan was saying. The Chan was bad.
This is what happened, Chad. He went to a pro wrestling event with his coach. The pro wrestling guy don't know my son, and he hit him over the head with like a can or beer can or a bottle or something. And my son didn't know it didn't know it was coming. And he hit my son over the head. I guess he thought my son was a pro wrestler or something. And then he asked my son, "You ain't gonna sell it?" So because they hit my son is stupid.
Calling the guy who just got assaulted stupid and not the guy who just did the assault is wild behavior, bruh. I get that it's his kid. He wants to have his kids back. But I mean, all you got to do is watch the video to figure out who was in the wrong here. And this in and of itself started to resurface old clips of Rampage talking about his son in a not so favorable light. In one clip, he just outright says that Raja is a fuck up. And in another clip, he says that when Raja was growing up, he decided that instead of saving money for college, it would probably be more beneficial to save money for bond.
Shit, Raja's a fuck up. He fuck up everything. So fuck that. I'm over the shit. You know what I'm focused on? I'm focusing on bettering myself and streaming for you guys and being a more positive person, being more positive energy, because I like laughing, making people laugh. So
Rogers and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out. Don't fuck with my son.
Now, after receiving backlash about calling Stu stupid for attacking his son, Rampage actually did start to backtrack, and the next update we got actually came from him when he posted this on X that said, "I want to clear up the misinformation about my son. I've confirmed that the wrestler, Stuart Smith, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match, and Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is a MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to kick for this situation." Rampage Rampage actually eventually decided that he was going to pay for all of Psycho Stu's dental surgery that he was going to have because Raja just knocked all of his teeth out.
Can I nominate an American to get his smile back?
Yeah.
His name is Psycho Stu. I pay for that out of my pocket. You the man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I'm waiting for him to call me back.
Okay, sure thing. Just let me know.
All right.
Mr. Beast also apparently donated $10,000 to help with this guy's recovery. But from here, Raja had to have known that there was going to be consequences for his action. The LAPD actually launched a criminal investigation for what all went down, but it took them several weeks to come to a conclusion. And on the 18th of September, he was actually finally arrested on this charge. This arrest was announced by TMZ. But the plot here does thicken a little bit because the wrestler who actually pulled Raja off of Stu, Doug, did an interview on the Scaling Up podcast where he discussed what happened, and he said that he believes that if he didn't step in, that Raja was 100% probably going to kill Stu.
Do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. I'm telling you to calm down. I'm not even fighting. I'm not even being hostile. And then you punch me in the eye after we're breaking it up, you loser. You want clout, so you beat up a guy that's half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to hurt you. The is wrong with you?
This interview right here gets absolutely crazy because not only does Doug say that he thinks that Raja would have killed Stu if he hadn't pulled him off of him, he also goes on to claim that AJ, the guy that brought Raja to the event in the first place, did it on purpose in order for him to get some kind of get back on Stu because they were having some kind of personal beef themselves. And he claims that this was a way for AJ to get his payback via Raja, basically allowing him to see this guy get beat up but not have any of the blood on his hands. And messages also get leaked in this interview where the wrestlers claim that Knox Pro, the people that were holding the event, were encouraging wrestlers not to engage with police and not to cooperate with their investigation. Check this out.
The fact that they told you to watch out and, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile that you knew had issues.
So real quick, that's the friend of Raja who brought him to the event.
That's a small calf, small chicken legs with the cowboy hat. Let me put it this way. I don't like Raja. I think Raja's a person for what he did. But I think AJ's a bigger person for gassing him up to be in that ring, to leading him to ruin his own life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a problem with.
He was basically trying to put the blood on someone else's hands.
Exactly.
Most disgusting thing, which is the reason I ultimately decided to be present for this, people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And you, to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir, you are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell.
Requesting that your employees actively impede a police investigation is crazy, and that could have something to do with why it took so long for the police to arrest Raja. But after all of this, Rampage Jackson, Raja's dad, said that he cut off contact with Raja and said that he feels like Raja should spend a little time in jail over what he did. And it looks like that is exactly what's going to happen because, as I said, he has been arrested. It looks like his charge is for a felony assault, specifically essentially battery with serious bodily injury. And as of right now, it's not exactly clear how much prison time he's facing, but he is facing prison time. If he's convicted on a felony assault or aggravated battery charge, 2 to 4 years in state prison is a realistic possible outcome underneath California law. Maybe more if there's some type of enhancements or aggravating factors that they add. However, they're liable to give him a plea. They can downgrade the charges to a misdemeanor, which means that his punishment could be much less than that. Either way, this is definitely a stain on his record, his legacy. It's definitely going to slow him down in his streaming career. It's made Nox Pro look bad. It made him look bad. It made his dad look bad. All around, it's just not a good look. But that's what we got. That's the story. That's everything that happened and the outcome. And now y'all got to let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.